you're going to need Mod Podge, brushes, an old alarm clock, a design of your choice, scissors, a razor, and a buffing block. Start by buffing down the alarm clock to give it a rough surface. This will make it easier for the design to stick to. Now I'm trying to sit the design on the alarm clock nicely so it goes on as evenly as possible. I adhere it with Mod Podge, that way it will stick, and I just thought it would be better than glue it. Yes. You want it to be smooth and not look chunky, so make sure to get bubbles of Mod Podge out, pushing it with your fingers or brush if you can. Now use the razor or X-Acto knife to cut out a hole in the design for the display. You just need to be careful and use anything you can control. I used a razor because that's what I had, but you could use an X-Acto knife and that might be better for you. You just want a clean edge and you don't want to puncture the screen. You need to cut out every edge, and this takes a while, so be prepared for that. And it's not the easiest thing to do, but I folded it down, which made it a lot easier, and I think you should definitely use that if you're going to try doing this, because it helped a lot, and it gave me straight lines that I wanted. It does get easier once you're getting close to the end though, because you've gotten used to it, and it really does. I promise. Because I'm kinda bad at stuff at times, so you can trust me. Now start to glue the design down. You want to make sure not to get it on any buttons. That's the most important thing at this point. You don't want your buttons to be sticky or not work at all. You can see now I'm starting to cut out a button for the snooze. I just cut around it. It didn't matter to me if I actually cut the button, so I was just kind of sloppy. But I wanted to make sure it remained nice, that way I could stick the design back on once I was finished. It's kind of hard because my buttons were circular and ovals, so they were a bit of a struggle, but if I can do it, I'm sure you can. Since this is an abnormally, I think, shaped clock, I needed to smush it down, but I still smoothed it out because you want it to look nice, probably, I assume. And that's the perk of using a collage. It doesn't really look bad. It looks kind of cool, actually. Cutting out these buttons was even harder because they're tiny, and I was really trying not to get the Mod Podge anywhere near them, but I still had to. So, really be careful because that could easily mess you up. Just kind kind of want to feel around for the buttons underneath the collage. And once you find them, I guess just be careful, because you also don't want to completely break them, which I suppose would be possible with some clocks. Sorry for any bumps or noises you might hear in the background, because I'm too lazy to film this in clips. I'm just continuously keeping the record going, so if you hear anything funny, that's why. I might talk through these actually, but... Oh, yeah, now I'm adhering the rest using the Mod Podge, and I'm being very careful. I'm using a pretty small paintbrush, so it works out, but yeah, you definitely want to be careful. Oh, and now you're really seeing me smush down the sides, and as you can see, my photo wasn't big enough, so there was white under it, because the day before I had done a layer of white paper under it with Mod Podge, the exact same way I'm doing it, except for the smooth. This, you really can't be afraid to get your hands dirty, because as you can see, mine are covered in Mod Podge, which is unavoidable if you want it to really go to the smoothest. If I find another method, I'll tell you. Oh, and now I'm just gluing down the cutout of the smooth button. And about now, I think, here we go. Okay, yeah, here I'm back with more collage. I printed another one, and I'm just snipping bits and pieces that I liked, and I tried to fit them according to where I wanted them to cover the alarm clock. So in the back, where it was all white and blank, I definitely covered a lot. I will try to link the collages that I used in the down thing, but I can't promise I will. In case you couldn't tell by the title and collage, it's a Paramore alarm clock, because it's for my friend who has a car and he doesn't have a clock in his car, and I was like, hey, I have an old alarm clock, I should make it Paramore for you. And yeah, that's the story of this alarm clock. Kind of ridiculous, kind of awesome. I'm pretty proud of it. Lots of Haley and Taylor and Jeremy. I am horrible. I listen to them sometimes, but I really am bad at names of any band, so I feel like a terrible person. Oh, and now you see I'm on the battery case, I'm just putting some of the extra pieces, like you saw that's the piece from the display that I just glued down, and then I Mod Podged the Paramore symbol that was in the other collage. Also, I'm looking at the clock I made just now, so oops. And then I decided to glue a lot of their faces on the bottom. So I think I have 2 of Taylor, 1 of Haley, and 2 of Jeremy. I don't know why I only had 1 of Haley, but I guess maybe it's just since Haley's normally the one who gets all the attention, since she's like the lead singer and she also has red hair. I don't know. Michael always gets annoyed when I do that, when anyone forgets about the boys as well, though. He loves them all. He's their biggest fan. Yep. Yeah, basically at this point I just collaged it, and I don't think I did anything else special, so I'm gonna let you say bye to my annoying voice and my horrible, because braces and rubber bands, and it's not fun, but it's preventing me from having a worse. I'm gonna stop talking now. I'll put some pictures of it at the end. hopefully you enjoy those. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye!